我感觉开枫糖树好像开盲盒啊，因为你不知道这个里面有没有。看看你有吗？ How did Aboriginal people discover maple syrup? 吃点枫糖好艰难的。
The last time we had a war with the United States was in 1812. And guess who won that war? We hope so. We pray every night.
And ready to collect?
Hello， 大家好，欢迎来到体验派原理频道。今天我们来到的是加拿大的魁北克省的南边一点的河对岸。现在到这个农场门口，我们等一会儿去看枫糖到底是怎么来的。好了，现在我们要坐着车去村里头。
Hi.
This is Richard.
Yes.
哎，这是叫卡丁车吗？不知道，没开过，我就当碰碰车先开着吧。走了。
Oh, wait, you got to put it in medium? Okay. Pleasure to meet you. You're ready to get in this beautiful little truck and we'll bring you far into the bush, in the forest.
卡丁车开到一半，你猜我们发现什么？树上长蘑菇，还是可以吃的那种。哎呦，哎，真的蘑菇哎！我的妈呀，看一眼，哇，这蘑菇，好大只，但是怎么吃啊？不知道，好硬，这感觉都长成木头哦，真的好硬。好了，不知道怎么吃。OK， 接着开车。哎，不是有人看过迪迦奥特曼吗？这个光秃秃的树，然后加一条小土路，这让我想到那个彩虹般的怪兽魔镜里边那个银色的瞎子，它叫什么来着？我忘了。但我感觉下一秒怪兽就要出来了。哦，不好意思，跑题了。我们说回到枫糖，这个枫糖呢，它对温度的要求啊比较苛刻，白天要在5度以上，夜晚要在0度以下，所以只有3、4月份这么2、3个礼拜的时间可以采集枫树叶。这边这个小湖呢，有时候可以看到天鹅，它们会在每年过冬之前飞到佛罗里达州去，然后等开春的时候再飞回来。大夜之前会先祈祷一遍，今天有收获，但是不知道拜哪个神仙，是不是总拜一遍？打烟的。哎 ，Hi，Sorry， 现在把东西搬过来，然后呢，这是一会儿要熬枫糖用的各种桶、盆儿、桶。Richard?
Yeah.How
did Aboriginal people discover maple syrup?
How did they? There's a story, there's a legend for that.
Yeah.
And the legend is that the women would cook their food, the deer and the animals, and they didn't have a lot of spices.
Oh, yeah.
Like, not like today, they had berries and that, but then the husband that complained to the wives, every time you make a stew and you make food, no special taste.
Okay, no special.
So the women all got together.
Yeah.
And they said, well, the husbands are gone hunting, and it's good. We're glad they're getting the food for us and the meat, but we have to do something. So they prayed. And one of the spirits came down called Nanabush. He was a rabbit. And the rabbit, it was a trickster. And they said to the rabbit, we need to find something to change our food, to make something special, something.
That's creative.
And so the rabbit said, well, take the strongest woman you have and take the axe that the men left behind, and take the axe, and you see that tree, throw the axe hard as you can to the tree.
Oh.
So the young woman, the strongest one, took the axe, and she threw it hard as she could, and it landed right in the middle of the tree.
Oh.
And then they said, very good. Very special. The women were very proud of her. So the oldest lady went up to the tree and she took the axe and she pulled the axe out of the tree. And then out of the crack in the tree, drops of water fell and sat. And they said, water comes from a tree. So they tasted it. They took a cup of birch and they got some and they tasted it, and it was sweet.
Yeah.
So then they went and got a basket. It was birch bark. And they put it at the bottom, and they took a twig, and they put the twig into the crack, and it kept dripping, and it filled up the bucket. And then they went and they boiled it like they would their soups, and they tasted it. The longer they boiled it, the sweeter it got.
Oh, the longer it boiled.
And they boiled it for hours and hours, and it was hard to boil them because they couldn't put the birch bark in the fire. They had to take rocks out that were hot and put them in so it took all day and 2 days. But when the hunters came back, They all went around, and the women said, "Come and taste this." And they took some of the sap that was boiled, and it was very sweet. And so the men were very happy. And ever since then, they collect sap, and they boil, and it's a tradition that we are still doing today.
Oh, you
How
started?
did we start?
Yeah.
Well, I have a forest, and I brought a professional forester, a scientist, to come in, and he was coming into the woods here on this road, and he said to me, "How come you don't have a sugar shack?" I said, "Well, I don't have enough trees." He says, "Oh, yeah, let me introduce you to those trees."
Oh.
So he came up to all the different maple trees, and he gave them a name, and he said, "This is Mary, and this is Joseph, and this is..."
Oh, so every tree has
Well,
a
he
different
showed me
name?
many of them. He said, "You've got lots of maple trees." Oh, I said, "Really?" And I thought I knew.
You didn't know that.
I did. Well, I didn't. I was supposed to know that, but I didn't.
You did have maple trees, but
I had
didn't know
lots
that.
of so many.
Oh.
And he said, "You've lots of maple trees." "Oh, are you sure?" And then he showed me them, and he told me them. And so I went and I said, "Oh, that's true." So then 18 years ago,
18 years ago.
I decided that, well, maybe I should build a sugar bush. So 18 years ago, I went in and we built the sugar shack. And then every year we would get more pails and more helpers, and that's where we still do today.
Some sugar maple farms, they are family owned or operated.
Many of them, yes.
Yeah. Are you relying on volunteers or?
Yeah, volunteers. Yeah, we all, and family.
And family.
Yeah, like the girls that are out today, it's my daughter and her girlfriends.
Oh.
And so they've known each other since high school. So they like to come out, and girls, I don't know. But they have fun, and I don't know what they do, but that's not my business. But they have a good time, and they like to work. They like to go and collect and it's a very Canadian thing.
Yes.
You know? And so so they enjoy it, and we enjoy, and we need them. We need the help because we're getting too old. So volunteers are happy. So I'm glad you called me, Grace, and I hope you have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Yeah.
And do you see yourself as a traditional old Canadian?
Oh, yes. My ancestors have been here for over thousands of years.
1,000 years?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Long
Not all of them. Some of them, you know.
Hmm?
Yeah. When they came over here, the French Canadians and the Irish, they married our women because there was only men that came here.
Mm-hmm.
So we have our grandmothers were native people, and so all the immigrants, everyone who came to Canada from Europe were immigrants, and we were the Aboriginal people, but we intermixed over the years. So we have many different types of people, but we are proud of our own Indigenous ancestry. And for many years, it wasn't a good thing. So we came in hiding. We came out here to hide because it wasn't good to be a Native person. But with the last few years, with reconciliation and that, now they're trying to say, okay, we're sorry, we took your children, blah, blah, and all those bad things. But that's history. So now we decided that we would come out of the woods and invite people to come and join us. So there we go.
进到小树林这一路上，你能看到有黄色的标签，然后上面挂着小草，这就是枫树啦。
So we're going. So you and I are going to go a little up here. So
Yeah,
grab a
sure.
bucket. We'll go. All right. Okay, so go back. You know what?
Put it in. All right.
Can you show her how to do it? Oh. Okay.
Do I have to get up there?
Yeah, but okay, yeah.
You want me to stay up here?
And why not? Yeah,
I'll
one
go
person should actually.
Legs. Look.
No.
Look.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so somebody's going to. Sometimes the buckets are so heavy that you put them up here, or you put it rather than going over, and then you take them. Make sure you don't get wet. Yeah, that person gets. And you ready to collect?
Yes.
Usually you put the bucket down here, And all the trees, they have the yellow marker too.
Yellow
That
marker?
shows it's a maple tree.
Oh, that means maple tree.
Yeah. So then check to see if sometimes you can't see the bucket because it's hiding behind the tree. But if you see that there's a yellow,
yeah.
Say, okay, there should be a bucket there. So then it's empty. So then usually you take it and you pour it in.
Oh.
And then take it, lift the lid, put it back in. Oh, okay, this is full. So then,
yay.
I'm going to get wet, but I kind of, okay. Take it up, go slow.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Usually there's room for one more, but since we're so close, I'll just, usually I put 2 buckets. I go halfway because it gets heavy.
Okay.
But since I'm so close, so.
哎呀，我看看这个桶里有没有啊？这有了，有了，慢点啊，好沉。等一下，平，哥们儿，稳。哎呦，好重啊！哎呦，等一下，哇，哎，拿不下来，等一下。Oops. Oh, okay.
Oh, how much? What was the signing bonus? 25. Wow.
Oops.
And then you
把小桶倒到中桶里，再转移到车上的大桶，好运回枫糖小屋。
给大家表演一下，想要吃到点枫糖浆有多么艰难。哎呦，血还没化。哎呦，大家看这个桶里，枫糖的原浆浅一点黄色，还没有炼过，还没有熬过。现在我们把它倒桶里去。
这个桶呢，远远挂在树上，你看着觉得挺小的，但是你去抬起来根本不是那么回事儿。首先，它里面如果液体是满的，就很沉。然后，如果它有时候那个被糖粘住了，它一时半会儿它还卸不下来。然后卸下来的时候，你要小心，要稳一点，别让那个糖浆全都泼身上。然后又湿又凉。他们之前有人就是没抓住，然后泼了自己一脑袋，然后那头发就粘成一绺的，可见含糖量之高啊，怪不得好吃呢。这个搞定，哦耶！
我感觉开枫糖树好像开盲盒啊，因为你不知道这个里面有没有，有的时候开会是空的，所以呢，我们看看这个有没有啊？我们看这棵树有没有？3、2、1，满的，现在把它收集一下。黄色的标识了吗？哥们儿们看到那个黄色的标识没有？那个就说明这是枫树。然后呢，它会凿个小洞，让那个枫糖的汁液先能流下来。这路太难走了，哥们儿们，这个路有点草率。哎呦妈呀！哥们儿们，这个路有点草率，我感觉已经不能称之为是路了。翻山越岭采枫糖呀！哎呦妈呀！深一脚浅一脚的。看到前面那个树有黄标的，那些都是枫树。好，我们现在去看看它有没有多少枫糖。然后现在呢，我们就拿着桶去把它装起来，等着回去熬、加工。这路太难走。好了，再来开个盲盒，看这个桶里有没有。3、2，一丢丢，只有一丢丢。看这个桶，半桶，这两个合起来大概能有1桶。枫糖太珍贵了。看看你有吗？没。看看你呢？哎呦，我去！哎呦，我去！哎呦。Okay. Oh no. You do have. 原来新鲜的枫糖树上流出来的糖浆是这样，这还没有熬呢，一点都不像成品。哎呦，这是不成品。哎呦，原浆，颜色好浅。Yeah, I'm okay. 好沉啊！啊，好沉，沉。好，都倒进去。OK，good。别倒，三下，把人挂回去。坐这。我的妈，好重！哎呦，好重啊！在装进大桶运回枫糖小屋之前呢，还有一步就是先进行简单的过滤。为什么要过滤呢？来换个视角带大家看一下，我上个车，哎呦，上来好。我现在手里拿的是这个绿的漏斗，为什么？因为像有的树啊，它会有那个什么叶子，然后什么乱七八糟东西都落在里面，所以要先过滤一下。小木屋偏僻，垃圾运到附近的镇上不如自己烧。接下来我们把运回来的枫糖从罐子里倒入收集箱。Hello, this is pumping.
Pumping.
Yeah. 哦，来，我们观察一下这个收集箱内部，没开灯就是黑了吧唧。稍等，打个手电。清亮的颜色，未经加工的枫糖。就是那个小木屋外面，我们现在走到里头去看一眼。这要从这儿把那个整个罐子里接回来的糖，然后放到那个容器里。然后我们现在走到另一个门去，从这儿进去。OK，let's go。进来之后呢，过滤完的糖，然后会进到这个里面，然后要在这儿蒸煮30个小时，然后之后呢，最后成型的枫糖是从这个口出来，吃点枫糖好艰难的，太艰难了，饿死我了，去找食儿去。Have you ever encountered like major difficulties in your business?
In business?
Yeah.
You mean at work, not here at the Sugar Shack?
Here, Sugar Shack?
Oh, yeah. Problems, you mean?
Yeah.
Every day.
Every day? For example?
Well, for example, we have buckets that have leaks in them, and we have to fix that. And we had trouble starting the water because the water froze during the wintertime because we want it to freeze at night. But if we don't have enough heat, the pipes freeze.
Oh.
So we usually have hot water, but the hot water, we don't have hot water today, but we only have cold water. So that's a problem. So we have to fix it. And so we never know what we have to do. And then I have volunteers that come, and some of them work too hard.
Too hard?
Yeah. And some of them don't work hard enough. Because I'm with the ones that don't want to work too hard. You have to play a little bit sometimes. So the ones that don't want to work too hard, you know what they do? They volunteer to come in the kitchen and cook it.
Okay. So how did you overcome these difficulties, problems?
With laughter.
With...
A problem is only an opportunity to do something better. So every problem is an opportunity. And in the world, the vision for the indigenous people is that we are all brothers and sisters, the whole world, all humans. So when anybody wants to visit and everything, we're very honored to have it. It's a very big pleasure for us.
As a traditional old Canadian, would you like to be the 51st state of the U.S.?
Well, I think we have bow and arrows still. But the last time we had a war with the United States was in 1812. And guess who won that war?
Canada.
Yeah. So, no, we're not afraid. It's lots of noise.
But
So,
will the USA tariff have like an impact on the sales?
Very, very big impact, yes. There's going to be a lot of sadness, and I believe if the tariffs stay on, that they will become a big problem for Canada. And it's mainly for the younger people and the people who are going to lose their jobs in the auto industry and everything else. That's going to be bad, but it's also bad for the Americans. So hopefully they it comes to make a deal. Yes. We hope so. We pray every night. So we looked for a place and we saw a farmer and we asked him if we could hunt on his property. And he says, only if I get to know you. So after he got to know us, he gave us permission to hunt. And then we became very good friends. And then he had to move on. So we bought the property from him. So we bought 4 farms. So now we bought 400 acres of property. And I've sold some to one of my friends. And so that's when we started 57 years ago. And then not until 18 years ago that they told us that we had enough maple trees to do a sugar shack, so we did. So now here we're today making maple syrup. Well, we love the maple syrup because we make it. And then when next time you have maple syrup, you're going to say, oh boy, this is liquid gold for sure. It's hard work, but it's fun.